Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good day. This is Kazdan from Survivors Gaming Union. And I'm here to talk about the letter that went out from Brian Wheeler, who's the lead PvP designer, about the PTS and the cancellation of the light and heavy attack changes. So, just like with the other letters, we'll read it in its entirety and then we'll talk a little bit about what I think about it. So here's the letter. Hey gang, first off, thank you all for hopping on the PTS and trying out the changes to light, medium, and heavy attacks. This off-cycle PTS test was designed to give you all a chance to test some experimental changes and let your voice be heard earlier in the development process. This was a new thing for both the team and the community, and overall we think it was very successful. We get a ton of great feedback from those who tested on both the forums and the feedback in-game. It was great to see all the videos, forum posts, and feedback about the various methods of engaging with the core combat mechanic of attacks in varying types of roles and scenarios. There was also a ton of information we gathered tied to core mechanics, classes, progression, and play patterns. It's interesting to note just how different the feedback was. DPS players had different feedback from tanks and support roles, and PvP players had different feedback from PvE players. Now that we've had a chance to collect and read over all the feedback, we've decided that these changes to light, medium, and heavy attacks will not be included in the Greymore chapter, Update 26. We will continue to investigate ways to improve on light and heavy attacks to ensure that they provide impactful moments where it's an important choice to pick and choose your attacks. Thank you again to all who participated and tested these changes on the PTS. Your feedback has been invaluable and we learned a lot. We look forward to your feedback regarding the upcoming chapter and hope to have more out-of-cycle PTS tests like this in the future. Again, that's from Brian Wheeler. He's the lead PvP designer for ZOS. So what do we think about this? It's not unexpected. There was a lot of backlash, a lot of back and forth, and this put a little bit of a strain on the community. There was a lot of name calling in the forums, a lot of name calling in game, and I don't know if that was good for the community or not. When they initially posted their idea to make these changes, my initial reaction was, why do this? Why this now? It seemed like there were a lot of other things that they could address, or they could just focus on the update coming up. Why would they need to add this as well? Especially something this game-changing, literally game-changing, for every player out there. There were a lot of initial reactions, particularly from the in-game community, who were frustrated. They were frustrated that there was they put a lot of work in to get to the point where they are. Not everybody does in-game content, and not everybody does the top tier in-game content. I.e. veteran, hard mode, speed runs, things like that. And those that do spend a lot of time not playing the game for quote-unquote fun, but playing the game to get better, so that they can push their DPS, so that they can push their mitigation, so that they can push their healing to get to the point where they are in that 1 to 2% of maxing out their entire tune, the capabilities of their tunes based on their playstyle and based on the capabilities provided to them in the game. So I can see where they would have pushed back, and they did push back, and they pushed back hard. I've also seen comments from the casual gaming community in ESO stating, hey, this is going to be a gap closer for us. We'll be able to do more content. We'll be able to do harder content. It won't be so difficult to get into those groups. The term elitist was thrown around. If you listen to my previous videos, you'll understand how, my thoughts on that word. I think it means something very different in ESO than what it means in most games. And I think there's a derogatory connotation to it that doesn't necessarily needs to be there. I am not an elitist in any way. I will play the game with anyone who wants to try. I will offer suggestions. I'm not the type of person that's going to just not play with you because you don't accept my suggestions. But, there are people that are like that. So what does this mean? This means that, there's going to be some grumblings again. But I think overall, this is not the time to focus on a change like this. And I think taking a step back on it and focusing on the release for update 26 for Greymore is the way to go. So 2 days in a row, 2 update letters, and being fairly new to ESO and fairly new to this community, I'll say it. I'm kind of impressed by their ability to listen, and by their ability to provide feedback back out into the community. A lot of times they just collect feedback and they either do or don't make changes, and it's 100% arbitrary whether you figure out or get any kind of update yourself on why they decided to keep something or why they decided to change it or why what their thoughts are. So this is good. I like this. This gives me hope for the game. I hope the community can recover from this little swarm of activity surrounding these changes. I don't think they're over entirely. I think we will see this come back around again in some connotation. I don't know what it'll look like. Could be exactly the same as it is now. They're just going to push it off to a later date. But if it does come back, how would you like to see it? What changes would you like to see them make, and if any, and when would you like to see it implemented? I like this off-cycle PTS testing. It gives us a chance to do little mini time chunks of testing things just like this, light, medium, heavy attacks. And so what do you think about it? What do you think about doing more of these type of things on the PTS instead of just testing out for major updates? So leave your feedback down in the comments. If you would like to support the channel or support Survivors Gaming Union, please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Contact links for all of those are in the description of the video. And let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about them not going forward with this? And how do you feel it's going to affect the community? As always, keep you guys safe. Keep your family safe. Hopefully soon we will be on the downturn from this COVID-19 crisis, and we will get back to our normal lives, and everybody will be feeling a little bit better. So I wish everyone the best. I wish everyone and their family the best, and I'll see you in the game.